Well, there you go. There is the face hunter, and there is the freeze mage. So good, solid predictions all around. Now Kolento, let's see, he's got a way to get some health gain. In fact, I really like keeping Ice Barrier in my hand against Face Hunter because that's how much you need that life gain guaranteed. It's like Healing Touch or an anti-heal bot in a way. Although a lot of it can be negated if this is Huffer.
Oh,
And
this
you know
is a
what?
Huffer.
It is. That's really problematic.
Oh yeah, Huffer is super strong in this matchup, especially because Kolento doesn't really have a way to deal with it right now. Just playing Mad Scientist to ensure that he'll be able to trade with it next turn, but Huffer dealing 8 points of damage, just being able to attack twice. Even more with Blade
Yikes.
Zuka. Oh my god, so much damage coming from this Huffer. This is like 11 points of damage already from the Huffer, and Kolento dropping down to 17.
Yeah, the gosh, he doesn't have any way to actually stabilize beyond just that secret. It's Ice Barrier though, as we can tell. The Ice Barrier is unplayable, so that means Kolento has 25 effective HP. That is, unless Gaara chooses to mysteriously not hero power, or to not attack with this hero power.
Still very nice play by Gaara, protecting his Huffer, seeing that Huffer was not removed, there was no Frostbolt last turn, so just using the Clip Zuka. And here, well, he attacked before playing minions, so I guess his plan will be to use the hero power. In this matchup, it's really important, well, in any matchup being a face hunter, you want to use your hero power as much as possible to capitalize on damage and save your cards. Your cards are very valuable. That's the resource you don't have in the late game, so just you want to use the hero power as much as possible.
It's scary because as the freeze mage player, you still don't have many ways to kill off that Huffer. He just drew into that Frostbolt, so as much as Gaara wants to keep putting on pressure with this Huffer, it will get stopped. I like the taking the time to develop the Mad Scientist so that you can get Ice Block up too. That's going to be critical in the event that he needs to survive a little bit longer. And
Explosive
Gaara's just going to
Trap.
build his board up.
Yeah, also he's going to play Explosive Trap. Do you think it's bluffing that the Snake Trap? Like, Snake Trap might be troublesome, but then Explosive Trap by itself is not going to do much.
Yeah, it's a really good question. What turn is this? Turn 6? I guess he also wants to be as resilient as he can against AoE. Frost Nova was just used, so this could be a chain freeze. Frost Nova into Blizzard into Flame Strike. And he wants to have the most resilient board possible.
Well, still, Kolento has Explosive Sheep, so for Kolento it didn't matter that much if it's Explosive Trap or Snake Trap because he was able to deal with the snakes. But still, I think like Gaara was kind of bluffing the Snake Trap in. Animal Companion giving him Leok, that's not much. It's not going to do much.
No, but Kolento can play the Ice Barrier. Although, let's see, is he need to right now? It's still something that you might want to evaluate if it's like, can you get away without doing it? Yeah, I guess it's definitely the best time to. The thing about it is like Thorson is gonna be like almost nothing on this matchup unless your opponent just whiffs on the turn.
Well, with Thorison, he will be able to play it next turn if he wants to and kill Leok, but I think Kolento is kind of safe. Like, even with those minions, just ping Leok next this turn, play Thorison, and get some cheaper cards. He still has that Ice Barrier and Ice Block as well, I believe, because there are 2 secrets. So he is pretty much safe for now.
Ice Barrier technically never has to get activated if guard draws direct damage, but he's only got. Oh man, this is really awkward now. He's only got ways to activate Ice Barrier. He has nothing to go through it right now. Every attack will activate that secret. Not to mention that Thorson makes everything really cheap too.
Oh yeah, especially with Kolento having that Arcane Intellect and drawing 3 cards next turn, getting them cheaper.
Arcane Intellect into Frost Nova, an unnerfed Frost Nova.
Yeah, from the old times. It's so funny because Thorison is actually unnerving some cards,
Whoa.
like unnerving Sylvanas. Oh, wow.
Wait. Okay, so if he plays Antonitis, and Frost Nova. He does 5 damage this turn, and then you'll have 3 fireballs the following turn with 10 damage on board. That's 28 damage if Gaara can't stop it.
And those fireballs would be 3 fireballs, 18 points of damage. It seems like it's over.
That's
Leroy
that's
the
not the
dogs.
pop ice block. He's got Leroy and Unleash, right? Oh wait, does he have enough space on board?
That would be 4 dogs. Yeah, he is like missing one.
Ah, he has too many minions on board. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, so like Leroy and Unleash and Leroy and Hero Power is the exact same thing.
Yeah, but still there is an ice block, so it's not really saving Gaara, even though he might actually attack into. Wait, he can't clear.
Right, he can kill off the Antonitis and then
Oh no, he can clear. I think. Well, he can leave the whelps. If he unleashes now, he can clear Antonitis and Thorison.
or damage Thorson for 1 damage and then push for the rest. Oh, okay. He's playing it really safe because Thorson doesn't want to make any of those things cheaper. But I mean, by all means, the Pyroblast and Fireball puts him to 6, and then you just have to not die.
Kolento is going to draw cards.
Doesn't really matter at this point. Just have to double Fireball this turn.
Yeah, there is still a possibility of Kazan Mystic. Or is there?
You're right. So Kolento goes for like this super safe play. He's playing around every single possibility. And that's going to wrap up the game. Pyroblast is back for 8 mana.
Unnerved. Thorison, unnerving cards since BRM release. Whoa.
Sick. Well played. But this is a tough matchup if Freeze Mage gets that early draw and gets
Bomb, we have the old original priest. This is a priest similar to...
No, it was actually taken off of Kolento's inspiration because I thought that there would be a lot of aggro at the tournament, and I know Kolento really likes playing this deck because he feels like it's strong against aggro without sacrificing too much. But it looks like his hand is missing a Pyromancer. He has the coin, which is generally nice if you have it. Other than that, he's got very situational cards. He's going to have to wait for a while to be useful.
Well, Gaara got minions that he can play, and it's important to... Well, as a face hunter, obviously you want a very fast start and to be able to rush priest. Sometimes you can play it a bit slower, just dealing with minions, keeping your minions on board. I think for Gaara, he's pretty much happy with what he has right now. As long as he's able to stabilize with those minions and keep pushing with damage, he will eventually draw into cards that are important. But Shadow Madness is super strong for Kolento here.
Yeah, clearing the board is so important. And his opponent, Gaara, has Mad Scientist. He's starting to weave in his hero powers already because his hand's looking a little light on the damage side. And he's going to hope that his opponent doesn't have anything else minion-wise because he had to coin for that Shadow Madness. He didn't even have Injured Blade Master or some other combination.
This deck is also playing Alkanite Soul Priest, right?
Usually it does, yeah. Yeah.
Injured
Circle
Blade
of
Master?
Healing with Alkanite is just too good to pass up.
Yeah, it's a fantastic board clear. For Gaara though, like, you know, getting all those small minions and being able to extend the board and deal damage with them is important because there's Quick Shot, a new card from BRM, and when you get a Quick Shot you want to have an empty hand. Just cast it and get into another Quick Shot, and then cast it and get into Kill Command and deal 9 points of damage out of nowhere.
That is a desperation thought steal, just because he didn't really have anything to do on turn 5. Haunted Creeper is reasonable against aggro.
Oh yeah.
Particularly against that Leper Gnome, but it's another thing where you're investing your boards, and you're still taking damage upwards to 8 next turn. As opposed to simply using the Light of the Naru or something else.
I really wonder what kind of trap it is. Is Gaara playing Explosive and Snake Trap? Like that's one of the most standard builds right now. One explosive, one snake trap. For the tournaments. Like for ladder, it might be a bit different. But for the tournaments, we've seen snake trap being super powerful recently.
Yeah, it's such a strong mix-up. You can't always predict it correctly. Like, even if your opponent slams Knife Juggler, it still very well could be Explosive Trap. So there's no guarantee.
Alright, Gaara is going all in here. No respect for the AoE, or rather like hope that AoE is not there. That's one of the risks that Hunter has to take. Sometimes you just need to go all in and hope that there is no answer to your cards, and if there is no answer, then you just win right there. Shadow Madness, top deck.
The scary thing again is what trap that is. If it's Snake Trap, it's problematic. But if it's Explosive Trap, this trades really easily into the Knife Juggler. And it does. So that was Kolento could still climb back.
Oh yeah, 16 points of health. Animal Companion is a nice card to get.
That can be so nasty.
And it's not nasty at all.
It's mildly nasty. A little gross.
Drops to 7.
It's fine. Oh, a Wild Pyromancer comes. Is it too late? If he Pyromancers and then Naru and then Circle of Healing. I guess it gets too complicated if he does that. He'd rather just use this now and just try to disarm your opponent. You just can't deal with that Leok very efficiently.
Well, only Leroy was killing him. Or like quick shot into something. Like it's 6 points of damage is difficult to deal. Alright, so Kolento drops to 3. And he has that hero power that counters Hunter's hero power, but then there's the weapon, no taunts. Is he going to go for Animal Companion Misha to be able to do something? He might have to. This is really dire for Kolento right now.
Yeah, he needs to heal him. He needs something because he's just gonna die without
it. He's Misha.
Right. This is his one opportunity to live.
And he gets it.
He gets Misha. Oh, man. But, now he has to heal up and not attack. And one thing that's problematic is that,
he'll come out top deck to Gaara.
I thought it was
I mean, it's hardly a top deck because Hunter really has all of the tools that are needed. And just a simple Wolf Rider or Quick Shot. So Gaara had all the things. Like, he pulled Kolento. But Kolento is bringing the... Demon Lock, I guess, with Void Colors. We've seen different Argus there. So it might be the aggressive Demon Lock.
Yeah, the Void Terrors and the Nerubian Egg is going to work really well. Although, sometimes you can make a case that the egg doesn't necessarily always want to get popped because it's disincentive against AoE, but I think if you start off this quick, like turn 2 egg, turn 3, 4, and 3/5, it's just too much.
Yeah, also he has the Void Caller on 4 and a Doom Guard. From the Void Caller, he even has the silence for freezes or a Doomsayer on the opposing side. This would be an interesting game
too. Maybe he draws into something better on turn 3, Imp Gang Boss, and then he saves the Void Caller for like the ultimate Wombo combo. Nah, he didn't draw it, so go for the tempo play.
Yeah, 3/5 and a 4/4. Even against this Acolyte of Pain, just drawing 2 cards or 1. I think Gaara can still... Won't you ping the Acolyte? If you ping the Acolyte, you're drawing 1 more card.
Yeah, but I think Arcane Intellect becomes harder to play over time. Not to mention his opponent might just ignore Acolyte. And just go face.
Board. Look at this board. How do you deal with it? Well, Doomsayer is one of the ways, but you still need to freeze it somehow, and there's no Nova and no mana for that as well.
Yeah, he realistically might Fireball. I guess
With
Frostbolt
Doomsayer.
stalls too.
It's very difficult for Gaara, I think, especially because of the Iron Begal in Kolento's hand. Like, even if Gaara tries to kill it with Doomsayer, do you just play Doomsayer here to soak some damage? I don't think you do. Maybe, Will Gaara overdraw?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 9.
Because I was thinking Loot Hoarder, maybe. Then you go to 8, and you draw to 9 to 10. You know, just to get that Frost Nova, and be able to Frost Nova Doomsayer next turn.
Yeah, Mad Scientist does give him a draw and a play because it puts out 3 more mana, and it reduces the chance for him to draw an actual secret.
Yeah, that's a valid point, I think, as well. Right now, I think Gaara has 10 cards, actually.
I think he
Where's the
still
Loot
has
Hoarder
9.
last card left? There's one more, I think. Yeah, there was a Frostbolt in left as well.
Oh, good call. It was tucked in, right? Yeah, in that scenario, then you definitely don't want to play Loot Order.
Alright, so Kolento can just push here easily. Mad Scientist is not doing that much. Just getting that Void Caller that will be able to summon Doomguard if dealt with. Really strong Defraudal card in the situation, also pushing the damage. So right now with no... Alright, so is Gaara dead? Like, he can't cast Blizzard and Frostbolt. He has double Frostbolt, he has Ice Lance. Now he got Ice Barrier.
Yeah, this just stinks. Ice Barrier, it gives him the opportunity to develop the Doomsayer and try to freeze, but this is just a Hail Mary attempt, and he knows it's pretty easy for his opponent to kill with just damage on board, like Abusive Sergeant, or in this case, the Owl.
Yeah, right now the Owl is super powerful. But then Gaara will be able to gain time. Next turn he will be able to Blizzard, and then he has another Blizzard, and then in time maybe that Doomsayer will actually work.
Yeah, I guess so. Iron Owl comes here, and that keeps Kolento's board alive, which means his Doomguard can come down the following turn and potentially pressure for the kill. Or, sorry, not the kill, but the Ice Block pop. Assuming Gaara gets something to complement with it. Second Ice Lance is not that helpful here. He's going to have to Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard is definitely good here. It creates 2 Spectral Spiders, and with the Doomguard, Kolento will be able to deal 7, but that's not enough to kill Gaara, even though there's no Ice Block. But I'm sure he's concerned. He has 13 right now, so something like a Power Overwhelming on top of Doomguard. It's like 11. Really close. Oh, Sea Giant from Kolento.
Sea Giant, really problematic. You can't deal with high health minions easily as a Freeze Mage. Just because there's so much limited, well, not limited, but you only have specific burn as your removal. And even then, they don't really reach the 8 health range. 7 because of Fireball Ping, but not 8.
Kolento is already going for Power Overwhelming here. Alright, so Gaara will have to Blizzard this. But the problem is he's not drawing many cards, so he's not getting closer to a kill setup. Right now he's just struggling to survive. Also, a Blizzard will activate the Void Caller, giving Kolento a free Doomguard.
Ooh, that's a good point. The Void Caller is going to yank that thing out, and it's going to be way too hard. The problem is the sequencing, too. If you Blizzard him first, he's going to come out of there, and then you might be forced to Ice Lance just to make sure not to die.
Oh man, you know what's the funnest thing? Doomguard comes out, and then Kolento can just play Juggler and Implosion, and 2 knives going for face might end up the game.
Well, I would assume he's going to have to Ice Lance this Doomguard because he has 7 health. There's just too many ways to buff it.
Yeah,
He
I
did use
think there's
power
no
overwhelming, but I don't know.
But then your next turn is super weak, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Unless he picks up Frost Nova. Two
Double
implosions.
implosion.
Jeez.
Alright, Kolento taps. He can tap now. He is in a good spot. Double Chapter, double implosion. Oh my god.
It's pretty funny.
Can he double? No, he doesn't have enough mana for there. Interesting. This is a really fun game to watch.
Oh, it rolls for 4. Only 3 can come out though. And reasonable juggles to the Doomsayer, not going to the Fates.
Wow. Gaara has no freezes. He only has the Frostbolt. And I think he has to do a force and play, kind of. Like, play Root Hoarder, maybe. Ping it, that's 4 mana. But then again, he's just playing not to lose here. With Ice Block, I guess he can buy himself a turn with Ice Block. And try drawing some cards with Thalnos and with Hoarder. He's really desperate to draw the board swipes.
Yeah, I don't really think of a way for him to really get out of this one easily. There's second Doomguard, which means there's damage from the hand now. Even if he gets Alex Straza, how does Gaara stabilize, right?
Yeah, he needs to clear the board and then heal. Or maybe like clear the board instead of an Ice Block.
Oh, there it is.
Nice block.
Second ice block.
Oh, Ice Barrier is actually good. But then the implosion was the Knife Jug.
Oh yeah, you're right. Knife Juggler's too big of a deal. He doesn't have to play Doomguard.
He needs a Frost Nova, and he doesn't get it. Oh my god. Seems like he never got those Frost Novas.
That's right. So Gaara passes over, and Kolento is up to... Maybe it could help. I'm trying to think. Maybe, I guess Antonitis would be really nice if you thought stole it.
Yeah, like Ice Block Antonitis. Not sure about Alex Straza, but it's some healing. And well, I think like, how do you think the new cards change the matchup? Like Tori-san or Light of the Naru. That's some
Resurrect. Is that what you're talking about? The new cards?
Well, maybe Resurrect might be useful, I guess.
It's just too situational. You could easily get a 1-2, or if nothing died that game, like you can get nothing, which really stinks.
So who's the beatdown in this match? Is it Priest? Like Priest has to be the one playing minions and attacking Freeze Mage, or can Priest just chill and try to get cards, you know, to counter the mage?
Yeah, I would have to imagine the Priest is the beatdown player because you're putting on the pressure. Although, maybe sometimes... No, I would say Priest is generally the beatdown player. Like, there's, rules are definitely, like, breakable in Hearthstone. Like, sometimes the laws and rules of what you come to expect don't exactly come to pass. Like, in this scenario, usually you want to take a lot less damage, but Gaara chooses to hold on to his Frostbolts here.
So the Thought Steal, I believe, was Mad Scientist and Acolyte of Pain. Not really exciting for Kolento.
No, those are actually quite bad. The Mad Scientists don't do anything. I suppose it does allow him to put out minions, but he could do the same thing with Alkanai Soul Priest. The problem is Alkanai Soul Priest denies you from healing, and healing yourself or your minions are often better than just attacking the face for a little bit more.
Acolyte of Pain might be useful to draw cards, because right now Kolento's hand is not exciting with just Alkanai Soul Priest. That is not... whoa, there's a Cabal Shadow Priest into that Loot Hoarder.
Yeah, Cabal Shadow Priest would be great to steal it. Just, if you deny card draw from Freeze Mage, they stall out very quickly, too. It's part of what makes the deck so consistent. The fact that you have Mad Scientist, Arcane Intellects, Loot Hoarder, Acolyte of Pains. Like, a third of your deck is dedicated to drawing.
Yeah, also Mad Scientist is so good because it is filtering your deck. So not only you draw a lot of cards, you ensure that the quality of the draws is bigger because the secrets are getting they're being filtered from your deck for free. So Kolento
Yeah.
getting the beatdown roll, having a full board of minions, trying to rush the freeze mage, just to beat him down.
Well, the Blizzard is a really important draw, just so that he allows him to save Frost Nova for if he wants to do something else on the later turn. The most important thing is, can he set down Ice Block and before he drops Alexstrasza, can he Alexstrasza safely? And if so, does he have the ability to burn his opponent in follow-up plays? Because it's not just important that you have Ice Block and Alex, but the fact that you can kill your opponent.
Oh yeah, definitely. But this is the thing to do as a freeze mage, just those 3 steps. That's why you have to draw a lot of cards, because you need to get all the combo pieces. Well, Kolento just continuing doing damage, even with the heals. So do your Flame Strike here. Does it do anything?
I mean, it reduces the power of board to 4. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Flame Strike here.
I think you can also Blizzard.
Huh,
what about
Frost Nova?
What about Blizzard and Ice Lance into Okanai Soul Priest? Where I don't think that's the play because Gaara needs the burst. But then again, like, how afraid are you of Okanai Soul Priest doing damage to you? With spells like Light of the Naru and a hero power. You shouldn't be that afraid, I feel.
Yeah, I guess the alternative. I don't really like any alternative. Developing something on the board like Thanos seems like it's too easily exploitable. The nice thing is that you can't get it stolen by Cabal Shadow Priest unless your opponent gives up a minion on board.
What Gaara needs, maybe that's the question. He has the ice. Is there an ice block in his hand? Not really. So he needs an ice block. He needs Alexstrasza. And with regards to the burst, he doesn't have that much burst himself as well. He only has that Frostbolt and Ice Lance. Gaara needs time.
If I'm Kolento, I feel like I never want to play Sylvanas, by the way. Just too easy to allow your opponent to force a Doomsayer play. Wow, opts to just keep on using these power word shields and churn on through. Shrinkmeister, gonna have to sit this one out. You can still do damage with the hero power. It's just like the Hunter hero power. Just not, it doesn't last forever.
Oh, there is a Doomsayer pickup, so he can clear the board. And
That's
how much mana is that? Yeah, even draw cards with Arcane Intellect if he wants to. Blizzard.
Yeah, Frost Nova is more versatile. In fact, sometimes you want to keep this Akanai on board sometimes. Not necessarily in this moment, but that means Priest can't heal. So if you Alexstrasza them down and you have the appropriate burn, sometimes you win.
Oh yeah, certainly. Also, like, Blizzard was a bit clunky, so it's not like you can do a lot when you cast Blizzard because it costs 6 mana. So casting Blizzard now gives you more flexibility with that Frost Nova and Arcane Intellects if you want to draw into cards. Because it's like Gaara had a lot of cards that are not that useful, and he had those Arcane Intellects to draw into the cards he actually needs to win the game. That's why using the useless cards was right. Dropping to 12 seems dangerous, but it's a Priest. Like, Priest is not known for burst.
I mean, that's what you think. But actually, you're pretty much right on this scenario. There is enough damage on Gaara's end with Thalnos to kill. So Kolento needs to Shadow or Death that, and Light of the Naru to heal himself up to 20. That gives him 4 mana remaining and allows him to play the Shrinkmeister or the Northshire Cleric. Is there a better play?
Not sure. I'm just trying to count damage in Gaara's hand. That's 16, right? Does he have mana for everything? It's 4, 5, 9.
Yeah, mana for that with 1 more Ice Lance, in fact.
Well, so if he gets an Ice Lance, that's it. Because then he will have 21 points of damage.
Ice Block is not it, but it's somewhat nice to have just so that you have the possibility of killing your opponent next turn. I'm not sure if he wants to go fishing for Ice Lance, though. If he
Well, I'm
plays,
not really sure if he should burst now. Maybe he should start with Arcane Intellect, see what he gets, and then decide if he wants to just Ice Block, maybe Fireball if he gets more burst.
right, if he draws another fireball.
Yeah. You have to assess at this point, like, how much damage can Priest heal against you. You've seen the Thoughtsteal cards, because Mad Scientist and Acolyte were kind of clear.
All right, I like the Arcane Intellect play that you mentioned. Let's draw into the Ice Lance. Here we go.
Oh, Frostbolt. Frostbolt is important as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much helps. He should also ping the face. Oh, does that... Wait. Does he get the same damage because he has coin?
I think he can cast everything. Wait, that's 8. That's 11 points of mana to cast everything.
Right, just because he had Thanos, you could Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Fireball, and do that with the coin. So
that's 4, 7, 9, 16 points of damage with Thalnos.
Oh man.
And now he has to protect himself as well, so might have to cast the Blizzard. And Kolento is actually escaping Gaara's grasp.
Yeah, this is really tough all of a sudden because that Light of the Naru being super clutch. Gaara has to dig for more stuff. He can get Fireball and Ice Block. Ice Block times 2.
Malygos! Whoa!
Oh, I love it.
This is the Gaara card. Seriously. I love it as well. Well, but now Gaara has to think how to survive.
He doesn't have the Emperor. The Emperor with Malygos is super cool because now Frostbolt Ice Lance becomes insane damage. If he gets 2 Ice Lances, it's like 26. It doesn't matter how much Priest actually gets, but he's used his last board freeze, I think.
Oh man, I just love the new meta game. It's so cool, like seeing Malygos in Freeze Mage and Druid, seeing those new cards from BRM. I tell you, like a couple of weeks the BRM finishes, we have a whole new meta game with greedy decks, and it's perfect. Especially with Conquest, where you don't have to be that afraid of the aggro decks because people will mix them.
I love Malygos over Pyroblast because oh man, Antius comes down. I love it over Pyroblast because of the implications that you can do. Wow, Thorzen's a really big draw. He plays that in Ice Block. That's like I think that's game. Is that
Malygos
game?
drops down to. Well, he can play Malygos and Ice Block next turn. I'm not sure actually.
No, he can play Malygos and then. Oh wait, Fireball still costs 3. I thought he could Malygos coin and then play everything.
Oh no,
but he's gonna still be 1 more mana. So he needs to pick up Ice Lance number 2, I think, and that's game.
Well, right now Kolento is the one getting the fireballs, and he's going to pop the block, right? Yeah,
well,
he can pop the block easily.
Can. It's all about making sure to do it correctly. Does he want to?
Yeah, I think you fireball face. Wait, he needs 12. Because he wants
also
to
should heal himself.
You want to do a lot of things here.
Yeah, so just fireball the Emperor,
Antonidas can attack, so it's all good.
Yeah. So you just want to make sure to sequence everything, so then you can also heal yourself too. That's the big important thing. Just keep putting yourself up to 21.
Well, he can just attack with Antonidas, then Fireball Face, then pop the block with the Northshire, then Fireball the Torison, and then still heal yourself if you want to. Or even cast the Nova, so attack the 5/5 with 4/5. Oh no, that will not be enough mana. So I guess like you double Fireball and Hero Power.
Right, okay. Yep, exactly. Got it. He needs that Ice Lance. Ice Barrier, that's not it. So he needs to play the second Ice Block. He just plays the second Ice Block and Fireball. And now it's like... Wait. How much is that?
Is their next turn? Yeah.
Frostbolt, Fireball... is
Malekith is +5, right?
8, yeah, so it's 8 plus 9,
7 plus 10.
so 17.
18
So
if
it's
he uses the
17
coin.
damage. Yeah,
Hero
so
power.
yeah, okay. So because he had that that Malygos, it was like really, really powerful. He's gonna fireball the the Thanos and heal himself. But I'm telling you, man, this Malygos is so good.
I think it's game actually, because Gaara
Yeah.
with Malygos can deal what, like 3 plus 4, 7, 17.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is a
18.7.
26. This is a 26 damage combo.
Whoa, this is actually sick.
I brought this deck to Seed Story Cup, man, because I wanted to destroy people with it.
You play the Malygos Priest Mage?
Yeah.
Whoa, I haven't seen it. Congrats. It's a great deck. I love it.
It's really, really good in the mirror. Like, you know how Freeze.
There is the Direwolf Alpha. We've seen Knife Juggler getting killed. But on the other hand, Kolento has a pretty good hand with Shadow Madness, Belcher. Fantastic curve, actually. Shadow Madness into Belcher into Kava Shadow Priest. So right now, Kolento making this trade, it's really important. But then Shadow Madness will be able to deal with 2 minions at the same time. And then Kolento will just start packing the stones. Like, second Slash Belcher is huge as well.
Yeah, the Sludge Belchers back to back might be a little bit too much, but there's always good old Implosion. And you might not think of it, but Defender of Argus might be really big for keeping on the pressure and putting on a reasonable amount of power on board. Because even though it's just a 2-3, it's still 9 stats that gets distributed onto the board here. So Implosion's going to be pretty big.
Oh yeah, Implosion is the thing here. Like, if Implosion hits, then Gaara gets an immense advantage. And also we can see that Kolento doesn't have any AoE cards in his hand. No Holy Nova. No, 3 points of damage is a lot. It's more than average, I guess.
Yeah, it's exactly average. So.
All right.
Yeah.
2.5 is an average, I guess.
Stealing the with the Cabal is definitely good, but Gaara did dodge a bullet by making sure they didn't steal the Imp Gang boss, because that would be problematic too.
So what do you do now, being Gaara? How important it is to trade with the board or going for face? I think you need to just trade as much as possible, because you do have the board extension with the gang bosses. So you're more willing to trade and set up a board. Also, still no AoE for Kolento.
Yeah, you definitely want to kill out the Cabal Shadow Priest because it one-shots the Imp Gang boss. But Kolento now plays Dr. Boom.
Well, it was green, so no surprise there.
It's generally what you want to do. I agree.
Knife Juggler is a pretty interesting top deck here, with all the knives. But then again, how do you deal with those bombs? Like, what's the order? Dr. Boom creates such a complicated board. There is a Ruben Egg, he can actually play it before attacking the bombs. Maybe he will get lucky. But on the other hand, you sometimes want to get the Ruben Egg against AoE cards, so you want to keep it on board.
Right. You want to play on the 1 in 6 chance, 1 in 7 chance it snipes it and then puts out a 4/4 minion. So like, I guess you could toss in the spiders, killing off the Argus first. You don't want... Oh... I guess you... Because the problem is you don't want the Knife Juggler to actually die in the collateral. So I think you'd ideally want the most targets out on your side of the field. Like you said, it's really complicated, man. It's not clear-cut at all. There's a lot of combat math here.
I like attacking with Gang Boss first to ensure that it produces a minion and it stays alive, because there was a chance that the Gang Boss is getting killed by a bomb and then it only produced 1 imp, and here at least you ensure that you're getting some more value. Right. Pretty good bombs for Gaara. The Juggler is still alive. Wow, Kolento can actually think about going for face if he wants to. Like, that's so much power. Killing Juggler is obviously better, but then that's so much power on board with the Injured Blade Master, Mortal Coil, and Doomguard.
Yeah, I think this was the right call. Just too much pressure onto the board with Knife Juggler out there and minions that can spawn other minions.
Yeah.
And the Doom Guard should normally be a pretty good draw. It's just that it gets stopped by Sludge Belcher pretty easily. Looks like he's just going to crash in and kill Dr. Boom, though. And that's going to be his best bet to climb back onto the board, but there is Shadow Word Death. And leads me to believe that I think Kolento can stabilize here. If he picks up the Pyromancer, for sure he can.
Well, he still has the Fault Steal, so...
All right.
Oh,
man, he takes some
again.
Big minions.
Oh, man. Well, he still has to Shadow Word Death this turn, I believe.
Right, but now he's got everything here. Shadow Word Death, eliminate gang boss or some other minion, play the Light of the Naru and heal up. He's not under significant health pressure, so it's not like he has to worry about just dying.
Basically, this is the board battle. Gaara can't go for phase. There's not enough burst in Zoo. Like, Zoo wants to get the minions done. But Kolento still has so many good cards to counter what Zoo is doing. He still has the Holy Nova. He still has this Organized Soul Priest, Silk of Healing. He still has second Cabal, I believe. Shadow Madness, he used one. Maybe he's running two.
Oh, well, that Direwolf Alpha is a pretty significant deal, too.
It's a great card. He is able to buff all the minions on the board right now.
That's
Activate
such a
an egg
big
as
deal.
well.
Wow. He
And
might
play the
consider...
Void.
Yeah, he might consider cashing in the Dag so his opponent can't Cabal Shadow Priest. And then killing off the Light Warden, playing the Void Caller between the Nerubian and the Direwolf as well.
I think I like creating a 4-4, especially if my opponent has 3 cards in hand, and I know that he used False Steal. So I would say that it's possible that he got bad cards, and I would assume that there are bad cards. But, well, Dr. Boom is a fantastic card to play here.
Yeah, second Boom, and Gaara realizes Kolento thought stole it. Now, of course, he might be able to strike back with some really powerful demons if he draws into it, such as...
Oh, man.
Mal'Ganis.
This is actually so huge. If he's going to Implosion the Boom and kills it with the Void Caller, he can get Mal'Ganis and buff all the imps. Now the sequencing only. This might be such a powerful turn, and Kolento has nothing to deal with it if Gaara gets what he wants.
67% chance to roll high.
Oh, man. This is so powerful.
Because, like you said, now everything becomes a lot stronger. And you're saying, like, maybe Kolento could stabilize, but Mal'Ganis busts everything up to a 3-3, and those two cards was insane. Kolento's just laughing, shrugging. He's like, well, what am I supposed to do to that? Alkanai, Soul Priest? Oh, man.
There's Sylvanas, but Sylvanas is not doing much here. Shrinkmeister, not really. I think Kolento might be dead.
What if he kills off Mal'Ganis with the Boombots?
Then that's an option, but I think he needs to attack into Direwolf and then get... Do you just attack Mal'Ganis with both bots?
Listen, the chances are already so low.
Oh man!
You just have to try it.
Oh, the dog is bad.
Well, you killed off the wolf, but now it's like statistically impossible for you to kill off Mal'Ganis.
Yeah. So Mal'Ganis is going to deal 9 points of damage, and there's 7 left. 4-4 can maybe die, but then the imps are there. Kolento is going to concede. Gaara is going to take the series with Mal'Ganis.